Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Happy Hallobean. For this Hallobean look, I wanted to just do a very smoky black to orange kind of vibe. I have a couple shimmery pops in here. I wanted something that would be a little bit more on the quote-unquote wearable side, but this might not even be wearable to most of you. This is just a more wearable version of a Hallobean look for me. Something you could easily just wear throughout October without having a Halloween specific party or event you need to go to. Not that we're really doing that this year, but regardless. I think it came out really pretty. I actually unintentionally gave a ton of blending tips. I didn't even mean for that video to be that, but I gave a lot of blending tips on how to blend really dark shadow and make it look just nice and smoky and soft. So if you're into that, cool. Before we get started, my plugs are from Love Kills Boutique. I don't know where this choker's from because it's old. I'm pretty sure I thrifted it, but I could be wrong. I'm not positive where this hat is from. It might have been a Target, but I might have gotten it on Amazon a long time ago. I'm not positive. And this shirt is from Not Your Average Babe online. I love this shirt. I got it a couple years ago and I love it so much. Anyways, let's just hop into it and create this smoky Halloween look. Hi, how's it going? Let's just create a very smoky Halloween-esque look today. At the end of the day, this is just gonna be a black to orange smoky eye. It's totally something you could wear not for Halloween, but I did want to have something that's in the Halloween spirit, but not necessarily putting candy corn all over your face, you know what I mean? So let's just do that. I did my primer, foundation, concealer, and contour, but I haven't moved past that because I figured we would do blush and highlight together because we can play with some orange blush. This is my Likely Makeup Clown Blush palette, of course, and I'm gonna take Contortion, that bright orange shade. The Likely Makeup blushes are incredibly pigmented, so just keep that in mind if you ever purchase this and go to use it for the first time. They are a lot. Do the tiniest tap and build up from there. And I love a ton of blush, but it can get almost hard to control if you go in too heavy. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm actually getting ready for work. I didn't even know I was filming this today. I just sat down with the intention of filming something, and then I realized I could probably just film this video today because I already knew I wanted to do this look. So here we are. It's just such a pretty blush. So cute. I definitely want to have it kind of draping around my eye as well, just because I'm going to be having a very blown out smoky kind of situation. So I'm just going to really pack it on around my eye. I actually got some on my lid, but that's okay. It'll all get covered up when I prime and add shadow. Not the end of the world. I'm also just going to blush my nose, of course, and I am going to clean up underneath my blush a bit with some powder, so don't be scared. It'll all come together. Once we have the blush finished blending out and cleaned up and freckles and highlight and all that good stuff, it all meshes together. But you could obviously do a more toned down version of the blush. You don't have to go quite as ham as I do. I never bake just because that's not really my game, but just because I was so sloppy, I'm just taking my Milk Makeup Blur setting powder and I'm just gonna pack some powder underneath this blush just to clean it up some more because it got a little sloppy in parts. I got a little out of control. That is an absolute look. I've never seen better days. This is amazing. I'm gonna let that just sit while I do my freckles, and my phone's gonna go off apparently. This is the Colourpop Soft Brown Freckle Pen. It's not my favorite. This dries out really quick. I have to always store it upside down. And even with doing that, after a couple times of using it, it'll be pretty much completely dry. So I have to literally leave it alone for a week and not touch it so it can, I guess, sink all the way back into the tip, even though I always store it upside down, and then it'll work again for a couple of days. It's kind of annoying, but that's okay. And this is my Kimchi Chic Freckle product. I like to do a mix of a tint and a pen. I know that's very extra, but it's just what I like to do. I think it just adds a nice effect overall and gives me just a very nice sporadic kind of look. Sometimes the pen just by itself makes it look a little too polka dotty, so I like the combination of both. And there's that. I'm gonna take and dust away this powder now, and then we will work on highlight. Much better, much cleaner. That is what I'm talking about. Still dramatic like crazy, but just a little bit neater. For highlight, I'm gonna use this Nomad Cosmetics Studio 54 one called Disco Nights. It's kind of like a orangey goldish kind of duochrome highlight, and I just think it'll complement this look rather nicely, so that's what we're gonna play with today. This highlight in particular is just perfect if you're into orange blush. I feel like it just flatters it so nicely. I mean, obviously since it has these very warm tones in it, but just putting it out there. And of course, the nose. Can't skip the nose. Sorry if it makes you mad. I'm gonna set my face really quick. I actually just reintroduced the Apocalyptic Beauty Pumpkin Spice into my collection because I forgot that it was sitting in the back of my drawer. So using this now because 'tis the season. Oh, they smell so nice. Oh, it's lovely. Love it. Love it, love it. I'm gonna prime with my Urban Decay Primer Potion. And I'm just gonna blend this out and I'm not gonna set it because I don't prefer to do that. I'm gonna be using my Black Moon Cosmetics Orb of Light palette for this. And I'm gonna start by just taking the orange shade called Harvest. I have this Kaleidos brush, it's the S3. It's kind of a tapered blending brush, so it's really nice to kind of just get really close into the crease area and kind of like pack shadow down while also blending it out. I wanna just get a little of this laid down just in this kind of in-between zone because I am gonna have my lid entirely black. And then I want to just have it fade into the orange crease. So I just want to have this kind of laid down so I have something for the black to blend into. And then once I have the lid area blended the way I want, I'll go back through with more orange and smoke it out even further. But that is kind of what I'm feeling right now. By the way, it hasn't happened yet. Today's only the 9th. The palette launches on the 10th. I do plan on picking up that new Black Moon palette, the Urban Myth. It just speaks to my soul and I haven't purchased a new palette since like my birthday in July, so I want that one. Unless it sells out on me, I do plan on getting it and of course doing videos with it, just in case you were wondering. Now I'm gonna take the black here, it's just called black. I have this SL Miss Glam brush, it's the N15, it's just a packing brush essentially. And I'm going to put this black all over my lid. I really like this black. I think Void from Shroud Cosmetics from the Creepy Cute palette is my #1 favorite black. I'm pretty confident in saying that, but this is quite a nice black as well. I just want to get this smudged across the lid. I'm not too worried if there's like a gap right there by my lashes where sometimes shadow doesn't want to stick for me because I'll just cover that with liner later. Not the end of the world. Just trying to just take this really close to that orange that I laid down so that we can start mushing those two colors together. Now that it looks scary and crazy, I'm gonna take the orange on that same Kaleidos brush and again just focusing it right here. I'm not trying to do any kind of upward blending right now. I'm really just focused on trying to get a nice soft-ish gradient from black into orange as best as possible. When you're doing a very black smoky eye like this, just taking your time is your best friend. Going back and forth very slowly, really just working on this dark part first and adding the light in later. It's very helpful because it can be really easy to accidentally take that black like super high up where you didn't want it. So just being patient. Small brushes help a lot. I know this isn't necessarily a small brush, but I also do have quite large eyes, so it's small-ish for me, but even if you just went in with teeny tiny brushes to help with this, it's wise. But I'm really excited for the new Black Moon palette because this palette makes me happy. It's like one of my favorite neutral palettes and it just always performs so nicely. See now how I already have just like a nice gradient kind of started of just like a really like dark orange into that black? That is exactly what I wanted. Now I'm gonna take this small blending brush from Juno & Co. and I'm gonna take a little bit more of that orange, holding the very end of my brush so I have light pressure. I'm just gonna slowly start dusting this on the very outer perimeter of the orange. Being careful not to necessarily touch the black with this because again, I don't want the black to travel up too high. I want this very much to be orange crease fading into my black lid. And again, you could use an even smaller brush. This is a small blending brush for me and my big eyes, but feel free to use even smaller brushes if you have smaller eyes. And again, patience is key, using a very small amount of product and slowly building up because you don't want it to get out of control. Oh, I'm loving the way this looks. I'm not an orange eyeshadow person except when it's Halloween. And when it's Halloween appropriate, I can really get down with it. I'm gonna take that brush that I had with the middle shade and, well, I guess it's a combination of shades. And again, just gonna very lightly kind of smudge right here. I don't have any new product on this brush. And again, I have very light pressure. I almost feel like this is a blending 101 kind of video. But that's essentially what I want. Just a very nice black orange smoky eye. Now let's work on the lower lash line where we will get this super smoky and then play with some fun shimmer. This is my KVD Vegan Beauty Cake Liner in the shade Trooper. It's super black and kind of smudgy. So I'm just taking that all in my waterline and right below it in like my lashes and stuff like that. It's gonna look scary, and that's okay, that's what you want. I have this teeny tiny pencil brush from Luxie. It's the 141, and I'm just gonna take this with no product and just kind of smudge right up against that black just to get that edge a little smoother and not so chunky looking. I feel like doing this step first before going in with shadow really helps the blend get really nice and soft. And with this, I'm going to take that Kaleidos brush that I had earlier for that in-between kind of mixture, wiping it off so it's as clean as I can get it on a towel, picking up just a little bit of orange, and again, holding the end of my brush, I'm just going to start going to town. You can totally use a different brush if you want something totally clean, that is fine. I just try to utilize my brushes as much as possible so that they don't get dirty as fast. And with this, I'm just trying to get it just kind of smoky, very grungy, just so that we have kind of that connection of black to orange down here as well. And then I will start adding in some shimmer down here just to add some extra interest, which you could leave it just like this. It's like a very just more simple, sultry, basic Halloween kind of look, but I just want to add a little extra shimmer in here and really just dip into the orange as much as you see fit. But again, I just recommend going in little bits at a time. How's your October going? I honestly feel like it doesn't even feel like October. Time is going by so quick. I can't believe we're already like 9 days into the month. It's wild. Zane and I have been trying to watch a Halloween movie every night, and so far we have succeeded. I think tonight's my night to pick a movie. I don't even know what I'm gonna pick yet. I'm pretty happy with how this looks. I think it's just very sultry. I love that orange crease with it. I feel like it's very Halloween appropriate, and especially with how smoky it is. Like, it's just very cute in my opinion. I wanna pop some shimmer on the lower lash. So for that, I'm gonna take Salamander from Clionadh. It's one of their duochromes. I have just another kind of smudgy pencil brush. This is the Luxie 111. I'm just gonna pick up a little shimmer on that and then press it against the lower lash line in the first third. What I'm doing now isn't going to be like the most crazy change. It's just going to add a little extra, just a little extra something. You guys know me, I don't like anything totally matte. And then just going to take that Kaleidos brush to just smudge it out so there's no harsh lines. And then for the inner corner, I want to take Egg Hunt from Glaminatrix. This was part of their Easter collection, but I think it might be a really nice inner corner for this because it's like an orange gold duochrome. And I don't know, I think it'll just be a nice bright kind of Halloween-y spotlight for this look. I totally forgot it was even part of the Halloween collection. I'm just using some various brushes just to blend and soften that out some. And that is pretty much it. This is probably going to be one of the more simple looks for Hallobean, but I did want to just have something very smoky and something that maybe you'll feel a little more comfortable wearing than like putting glitter and candy corn all over your face. So with that being said, I'm going to repeat it on the other eye, throw on lashes, liner, lips. Well, I guess the liner's already there. Lashes and lips, and then I will be back when I look complete. All right, hi, welcome back. This is the look complete. I think it's really pretty. I feel like it's one of those looks that I feel like more people would be okay with wearing on the daily, but also this could be too much for some people. There's not really a limit for what's comfortable for me, so it's hard to say what would be comfortable for you. It's all very personal preference, but I did want something a little more on the simple side, so to speak, as far as Hallobean looks go. The lashes I'm wearing are PLYR 1 from Esta, and on my lips I went with Teacher's Pet from Sugar Pill. I just felt like having just another orange pop with the lip would be a really cute way to tie in this look. It would also look cute with a black or just something a little more neutral if you were too afraid of going too over the top. You can pretty much do whatever you want with this. But yeah, this is the very smoky black and orange look. I hope you enjoy it. Let me just zoom out and finish off this video. Alright, that's it. That's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really liked creating it. I feel really cute. Even though orange isn't necessarily my vibe, I do like it when it comes to Halloween. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a jack-o'-lantern emoji, and if you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's BeatBee and follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Please make sure you're staying informed with Black Lives Matter. There's a link in my description box that will take you to resources and ways in which you can help. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.